What's up, guys? Taikino22 here with TA2 Productions, and I'm been working on a series which is the Elemental Text series, and these are the last two designs that we made: the fire text and the water text. Now I'm kind of jumping around. As you can see on the desktop, I have this earth text in the middle, but this is outdated, and I'm still working on a cooler design for the earth text, and these are have also been updated and look better. But so instead, I'm going to be working on the element air. Now, the sucky thing about air is that it's super hard to work with because air is typically white. Yeah. So air has been kind of a like a headache is what I'm trying to say. It's been kind of like a headache, and this is what I made earlier. I still don't like how this is too thick, and whatnot. So it's kind of like an experiment, as well as me kind of showing you how I did it. And so yeah, we're just gonna start out, and I'm just gonna do one letter, or I'll just do the word air. Okay. So go ahead and start off with a color that is kind of, let's see, like grayish, because you can't get too white because you can't see it, and then you can't get too black because then it's not air. And whatnot. And notice up here how I have the gray up there, the same color that's down there. Okay, so I'm just going to write air. Should I write? Oh my, I don't know. Should I do the whole air thing? How about I? Okay, air. You know what? Screw it. I'm doing it. Um, Gotta capitalize. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do air. Now I'm gonna try to fly through this. This is gonna be a longer tutorial than others because I'm kind of just winging it as well as teaching it. And so just kind of follow along, and if you follow the steps exactly, you should, in the end up pretty close to what I have. Okay, so once this thing hits 3D, if it'll ever hit 3D, okay, alright, just go ahead and make sure that's selected, drag it down into the middle-ish. That looks pretty good. So just kind of leave it there in the middle area, and once you're done with that, as usual, just click off of it, click the background, don't have to deal with that crappy 3D. Okay, now I only used in this one here. I only used one air thing. I found or wind thing. I found all these cool like wind design things, but a lot of them didn't really fit to what I wanted to have happen, and so what I did was I just found this one that I like, and I'm just going to use it as of now. And it's if it'll load here in a second, it's this right here. Now it looks pretty cool, but I mean it was really the only thing that I did find, and so I kind of have different ideas of how I want to work it this time. So just go ahead and click the multiply button like that, and make sure the air is underneath the wind like it's been the whole time. There you go. Now you can kind of see how the wind is in front here. Oh, I guess I gotta use the click air wind. Alright, now I'm kind of just gonna leave it like this for now, get that darker edge off, like it starts right there on that dot. That's kind of what I'm going to keep it as for now, because the real challenge is working with this air. Now, a lot of you are like, why don't you go ahead and minimize that so you don't see it? A couple of you are probably like, okay, why don't you just take the opacity down on the air? I mean, that's a good idea, and I looked at it, but it just didn't really give me that look that I like. So if I was to turn the opacity down on it, it'd be like that. If I click OK and then turn the wind back on, I mean, it's really, I mean, that's not like what I like. So, kind of just mostly experimenting. You're really not going to mess with the settings of the air as much in this one as the others, really the only thing I'm going to do probably is turn on the darken. Not linear burn, that doesn't. Once I find one that I like. Oh, that's pretty cool. I bet if I do, okay, not vivid light. What does that look like? No, pan light. Okay, we're gonna try to keep it at pan light and see what that does. We might have to darken the text up later, but that'll be okay. If I wanted to go ahead and darken it, you could kind of see the steps here. If I sent it as a darker color, it'll darken that up a little bit. Okay, I don't want you to move. Don't move. There we go. Alright, so we're going to kind of do that. And as you can see, if I put the wind there, it's like, what the heck? Alright, now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put a mask layer on this. And then Control I for the inverse, which is going to make it disappear. Now, go to your paintbrushes. Now, you're going to want to download a new, I mean, you don't have to do what I'm doing, but to get what I'm using, you're going to want to download a brush package. It's like the Roman brush. I got it from another guy's tutorial that he witnessed, and it's got like these it's these cool orbs stuff for planets and whatnot, and that's what I'll be using. Okay, now that it's kind of that cool white wispy color, I'm gonna go up here to the top and come on, brush, and kind of blot out the corners here so you can see the eye better, because the eye is almost invisible. So I just take this little thing, and what you do is you just kind of go around the edges here of this eye. Now I'm gonna darken this up a little, this color here. Wait, that's gonna make it disappear. You don't want that. You want to lighten that up as high as it's gonna go. There we go. There. So kind of letting you see the eye a little more. I kind of screwed that up, so forget what I just taught you here. And but yeah, as usual, it's kind of just what you make of it. It's what you do to it is how good it's gonna look, how much time you spend on it. Okay, so that's my air. Like I was saying, I don't like this light anymore. I'm gonna want to go back into this and make it darker. I mean, that looks pretty cool, but you can't really see it very well. So if I do hard light, was that different, or was it? We'll just go back to normal mode and see what it looks like in normal. That's what it's going to look like if you keep it in normal. And if you were to put the wind down on it, that's what it would look like. I'm going to go ahead and start now by taking the opacity on the wind down, because it is a little too bright. Go ahead and do it like that, and I like that right there. And that's kind of a cool image there. Looks pretty good. Sorry, I'm rambling again. Kind of Control. Okay, I just want to Control E. This. Nope, it's Control J. What am I doing? There you go. And you notice it got darker, but that's because I made a copy, and I'm going to just send a copy up here a little bit. And I'm going to kind of resize it. So to resize and stuff, you just click File. Now you click Edit, Transform, and then I'm going to click like Distort, because I'm going to distort it a little bit. It should like bend and do weird stuff if you mess with it. There we go. And kind of back that way. Okay. So as you can see, it's like the wind is flowing in from the side and collecting here, and I kind of like that. And that's kind of just a brief deal on how to do the air. But like I said, what you're mostly going to want to do with the air is just kind of mess with it and get your own feel. But that's kind of really how it's been the entire time. Like I said, I like this 10,000 times better than I like this. Um, and that would be a good thing to add in there. If I would just go ahead and click on this, Shift, Control E, merge the layers, pull it back down, and I can just kind of drag this wind copy in here like that and add it to the elemental thing. Okay, wait, cancel. Just move that back up in there. Now what you do is click this, click multiply, then make sure the wind copy is at the bottom. Oh, in front of the layer one, there we go. And you kind of do that, and I'll transform that and scale that down. And as you can see, it's kind of just a cool mix to have in there. Just all three of these together. It's just kind of showing you what I've made so far. But yeah, guys, I'm sorry this was more of just a ramble fest, not really much of a show. It's just kind of you messing with your thing. I've said that like a million times, and I know I'm gonna sound like an idiot when I look back over the tape. But hey, I don't know. Um, and I'm just gonna scale that down. Just kind of. Wow, I'm gonna have to scale that down a lot. You can't really. There we go. What the heck? There we go. That's just kind of what's going on there. Yeah, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Stay tuned. There's going to be more with the Earth, and I think I've now added the element metal, even though it's not really that much of an element, but I think it would look cool. And yeah, guys, so just stay tuned, and thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Catch you next time.